Question: you have a major leak in the service line and put on the brakes. Service air pressure will escape and cause the answer: the trailer emergency brakes to come on. Question: the proper use of the brakes when going down a long steep grade after selecting a proper gear is to brake until your speed is about mile per hour below the posted speed for your safety and release your brake. Answer: 5 miles per hour below. Question: if your truck has a properly functioning dual air brake system and minimum size air tanks, the air pressure should build up from 85 to 100 psi within how many seconds? Answer: 45 seconds. Question: if your vehicle has an alcohol evaporator, it is there to answer: reduce the risk of icing in air brake valves in cold weather. Question: to check the free play of manual slack adjuster of S-cam brakes, you should park on answer: level ground, chock the wheels and release the parking brakes. Question: repeatedly partially pressing and releasing the brake pedal may result in answer: a loss of brake air pressure. Question: why should you drain water from compressed air tanks? Answer: water can freeze in cold weather and cause brake failure. Question: your truck has a dual air system and one of the systems loses its pressure. What will happen? Answer: either the front or back brakes will not be fully operational. Question: the most common type of foundation brake found on heavy vehicles is the answer: S-cam drum. Question: if your truck or bus has dual parking control valves, you can use pressure from a separate tank to answer: release the spring emergency parking brakes to move a short distance. Question: the supply pressure gauge shows how much pressure answer: is in the air tank. Question: the application pressure gauge shows how much air pressure you answer: are applying to the brakes. Question: the spring brakes used on tractors and straight trucks will bring your truck to a stop when the air pressure drops below psi. Answer: below 20 psi. Question: how should you check that your service brakes are working properly? Answer: park on level ground. Wait until normal air pressure is reached, release the parking brake, and move forward slowly at about 5 miles per hour. Then apply the brakes firmly using the pedal. Question: excessive use of the service brakes results in overheating, which can lead to answer: expansion of the brake drums. Question: the supply pressure gauge shows how much pressure answer: is in the air tank. Question: total stopping distance for air brakes is longer than that for hydraulic brakes due to answer: brake lag. Question: the air leakage rate for combination vehicles, engine off, brakes on, should be less than psi per minute. Answer: 4 psi. Question: the use of air brakes on a long and steep downgrade under normal conditions is only a supplement to answer: the braking effect of the engine. Question: anytime you park, use the parking brakes except answer: if the brakes are very hot. Question: if your vehicle gets stuck on a raised railroad crossing, you should answer: use reverse gear to back up off the crossing. Question: if you must make an emergency stop, you should brake so you answer: can steer and so your vehicle stays in a straight line. Question: some air brake systems have an alcohol evaporator. What may happen if you don't keep the proper level of an alcohol? Answer: ice may form in the storage tank and cause a brake failure. Question: your truck or bus has a dual air brake system. If a low air pressure warning comes on for only one system, what should you do? Answer: stop right away and safely park. Continue only after the system is fixed. Question: the modulating control valve allows you to control answer: spring brakes. Question: the safety valve is set to automatically reduce pressure at psi. Answer: 150 psi. Question: emergency stab braking is? Answer: brake as hard as you can. Release the brakes when the wheel's locked. Put on the brakes again when the wheels start rolling. Question: under normal conditions in order to engage the parking brakes driver. Answer: let the air out of air brake system. Question: parking brake or emergency brakes of trucks and buses can be legally held on by pressure. Answer: spring. Question: all air brake equipped vehicles have. Answer: a supply pressure gauge. Question: the S-cam. Answer: force the brake shoes against the inside of the brake drum. Question: a slack adjuster's free play needs to be adjusted if it is more than about many inches. Answer: 1 inch. Question: in ideal conditions, a truck or bus with an air brake going at 55 miles per hour would require stopping distance of. Answer: more than 300 feet. Question: to test air service brakes, you should. Answer: brake firmly while slowly moving forward. Question: why should you drain water from compressed air tanks? Answer: water can freeze in cold weather and cause brake failure. Question: the air brake lag distance at 55 miles per hour on dry pavement adds about feet. Answer: 32 feet. Question: when is it okay to leave your truck unattended without applying the parking brakes and choking the wheels? Answer: never. Question: if the spring brakes are on, when should you push the brake pedal? Answer: never. Question: the brake systems that apply and releases the brakes when the driver uses brake pedal is the brake system. Answer: service. Question: the most important thing to do when a low air pressure warning comes on is? Answer: stop and safely park as soon as possible. Question: which of these is not a proper time to apply the parking brakes? Answer: to brake vehicle very hard, in other words, when coming down the steep grade. Question: air braking takes more time than hydraulic braking because air. Answer: takes more time to flow through the lines than hydraulic. Question: a straight truck or bus air brake system should not leak at the rate of more than psi per minute with the engine off and the brakes released. Answer: 2 psi. Question: with air brake vehicle, the parking brake should be used. Answer: whenever you leave the vehicle unattended. Question: during normal driving, spring brakes are usually held back by. Answer: air pressure. Question: if you are driving down a steep downgrade and you have reached your safe speed of 40 miles per hour, you would apply the service brakes until your speed drops to. Answer: 35 miles per hour. Question: emergency controlled braking is when you. Answer: apply the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. Question: the brake pedal in an air brake system. Answer: controls the air pressure applied to put on the brakes. Question: when brakes are applied, the brake shoes will align to press against the. Answer: brake drum or disc. Question: before driving a truck or bus with a dual air brake system, the air pressure must be at least. Answer: 100 psi. Question: the stop light switch. Answer: turns on your brake lights to warn drivers behind you. Question: if your vehicle has an alcohol evaporator, every day during cold weather you should. Answer: check and fill the alcohol level. Question: it is not safe to drive a vehicle that has brake drums with cracks that are longer than of the width of the friction area. Answer: 1/2. Question: an air brake system is fully charged at PSI. Answer: 125 PSI. Question: a straight truck or bus air brake system should not leak at the rate of more than PSI per minute with the engine off and the brakes released. Answer: 2 PSI. Question: the air compressor governor controls. Answer: when the air is pumped to the air tank. Question: excessive heat caused by using your brakes too often can also cause. Answer: brakes to fade or fail. Question: the air compressor should stop pumping air when pressure reached PSI. Answer: 125 PSI. Question: the air loss rate for a straight truck or bus with the engine off and the brakes on should not be more than. Answer: 3 PSI in 1 minute. Question: the braking power of the spring brakes. Answer: depends on the service brakes being in adjustment. Question: the safety valve reduces pressure at PSI. Answer: 150 PSI. Question: the safety valve discharge automatically at the pressure of. Answer: 150 PSI. Question: your vehicle has a dual air brake system. If the low air pressure warning comes on for only one system, you should. Answer: bring the vehicle to a safe stop and continue only after the system is fixed. Question: in air brakes vehicles, the parking brakes should be used. Answer: anytime when vehicle is parked. Question: if air pressure is not built up within the correct amount of time, then. Answer: your air pressure may drop to a low during driving, requiring an emergency stop. Question: the driver must be able to see a low air pressure warning which comes on before pressure in the service air tanks falls below PSI. Answer: 60 PSI. Question: the parking or emergency brake on a heavy vehicle can only be held in position by something that cannot leak away, like. Answer: spring pressure. Question: a slack adjuster probably needs to be adjusted if it moves more than inches when you pull hard on it. Answer: 1 inch. Question: modern air brake systems combine 3 different systems. They are the service, the parking, and the brakes. Answer: emergency. Question: if you do not have automatic tank drains, how often should you drain the oil and water from the bottom of compressed air storage tanks? Answer: at the end of each day of driving.